Hello, and welcome to online training. In this module, we will be discussing roommate agreements. To start us off, we have 3 undergraduate staff members who are going to give us some background about roommate agreements. First, Richie will talk to us about the importance of roommate agreements and why we at KU Student Housing value doing them. Next, Christine will talk to us about some ground rules that we think are smart to set up before you go into a roommate agreement meeting. Finally, Connor will talk to us about different ways to make a roommate agreement meeting worthwhile.
Roommate agreements are important for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons KU Student Housing thinks roommate agreements are important is that it helps roommates get on the same page. A lot of students are living with their roommate for the first time, and it is important we create a dialogue for them. We know there are common problems that occur between roommates, such as a cleaning schedule, guests in the room, and sleeping hours.
There are some important ground rules we recommend you telling your residents before you start a roommate agreement meeting. Make sure they are taking turns speaking and not interrupting each other, especially in our 4-person rooms. Have your residents use I statements so they are talking about their feelings and not just their roommate. Have roommates call each other by their first name and not just he or she, and you should do that too. Both you and the roommate should listen respectfully and sincerely to what is being said. Make sure residents are not dwelling on things that happened in the past or did not work previously. It's a new year and time to try new things. Finally, make sure residents are speaking up if something is not working. Yes, there will be an opportunity to revisit a roommate agreement later, but try to get it all out there right now, and that might mean someone having to speak up if they do not agree.
It is not enough to just have a roommate do a roommate agreement without talking about it. There are a lot of ways to make a roommate agreement worthwhile. First, give the roommates the roommate agreement a few days before your meeting. Tell them to work through it and write ideas down so when you go in, you can help them talk through things they have already discussed. As the undergraduate staff member, it is your job to take the time to go through each section of the roommate agreement with all roommates present. There are a few topics that we do not always get talked about in depth, such as guests in the room, including sexual partners, the cleaning schedule, and sleeping habits and patterns. A good thing to keep in mind is to make it awkward right up in front so it is not awkward later. And one of the most important facts in making a roommate agreement worthwhile is to talk about any disagreements now rather than later when it becomes a problem.
Now that you understand some of the basics of roommate agreements, let's watch an undergraduate staff member hold a roommate agreement meeting in a 2-person room.
Hey, I'm here to do your roommate agreement. Is now still a good time?
Yeah.
So before we start, we should set some ground rules. Do you have any in mind?
Not really.
I guess we should be nice to each other.
That's definitely an important one. I have some suggestions for some rules. Is that okay? First, make sure no one talks over each other. Second, let's use I statements. Third, let's all listen respectfully and sincerely. And fourth, make sure you're speaking up if something's not working. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Here are your roommate agreements. One of you can fill these out as we go along. The first section is study habits. Do you guys see a room as a place to study or as a place to socialize?
I think the room should be used to study. I need to get good grades.
I need to get good grades too, but I think I might have some friends over sometime.
Do you think you could agree on times for studying and times for socializing?
Yeah, I think that could work. I might have friends over when you're in class or maybe during the weekend.
Yeah, there will probably be times that you can have friends over too, maybe up until like 8 at night.
I like that idea.
Great. Go ahead and write that down. When you both study, do you need music, low background noise, or completely silent?
I need to be completely silent. I have problems concentrating when it's not quiet.
I like music when I study. I think it helps me relax more.
I can't study with music on. I can't get over the background noise.
Well, maybe you'll get used to it.
Maybe you'll get used to it. I need to study.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Okay, well, let's calm down. I have an idea. What if you listen to music with headphones on while you're in the room studying? That way you have both music and silence.
Yeah, I could use headphones. I just got some new ones.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Awesome.
Now that you've seen the undergraduate staff member do a roommate agreement meeting in a 2-person room, let's see what happens in a 4-person suite.
Hey, is this a good time to discuss your roommate agreement?
Yeah, come on in.
Thanks.
How long is this gonna take? I have stuff to do tonight.
It'll take about 30 minutes, maybe longer if you guys haven't gone over the sheet already. It's just really important that you all are here and present while we talk about it. Fine. Okay, did you all sit down and talk about the roommate agreement I dropped off a few days ago?
Yeah, we talked about it a little. We wrote a few things down.
Awesome! Before we start, I'd like to set some ground rules. I think one was already said, that you all are here and present while we do this. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe that we just take turns talking.
Yeah, and listen to each other.
Those are great ones. Be respectful to each other while we both talking and listening. I also suggest not dwelling on things that haven't worked in the past. I know you are a second year student, so don't dwell on things that didn't work with you and your roommate last year. Everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Great, let's get started. Let's start with sleeping habits. Who here is sharing a bedroom? Perfect. Most of these questions will be between you and the person you share a bedroom with, but it could also deal with the other two in the suite. First question, do you have sleeping requirements like lights off, TV off, music on, things like that?
I like to fall asleep with the TV on.
And I didn't think I'd like it at first, but it's really growing on me. It's really nice to have soft lighting.
Great, so you two seem to agree on that. What about you two?
I can pretty much sleep through whatever. I like it dark. Other than that, I don't really care.
Perfect, so you two are on the same page too. Now what about noise in the suite when you're trying to sleep?
Just don't come in yelling in the middle of the night.
Yeah, don't come in and be loud in the room or move things around.
Awesome, sounds like you all have talked about this before. Now let's talk about bedtime. What time do you all expect to go to bed at night?
Like midnight on the weekdays, probably later on the weekends.
I'd say like 2 o'clock. I get a lot of things done at night.
I just sleep when I'm tired. I don't really know when that is on different days, but it's off my own schedule.
I say I sleep around 11 p.m. right after Jimmy Fallon's monologue.
Sounds like we have a wide range of times. Did you all talk about this as roommates already?
Yeah, we said after 11 o'clock would be quiet time in the room, but we can stay up as long as we want, as long as we're not bugging each other.
Perfect. Everyone like that idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this module about roommate agreements. Next, you're going to have to answer a few questions about the video you just saw. If you need any further clarification about your role in a roommate agreement meeting, please contact your senior staff members and they will be happy to help you